What's up, everybody? So we've been in this quarantine for a little bit, and I don't know about you, but I'm kind of feeling bored. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a video of me making a simple little knife. I want you to follow along. The first thing that we're going to do is straighten it up. The next thing I'm going to do is start working the tip into a point. So now I'm just going to begin flattening out the steel to a basic shape, just getting it nice and flat so that I can actually start incorporating the shape of my blade. So now that we have just a nice flat piece of steel, I'm taking it from round to flat, we're going to start shaping this into our blade profile. We're going to put in the tip, we're going to hammer out the bevel, and then we're going to do something with the handle, kind of make it unique for us. But this is a good starting point. Get it to this point, and then start shaping your blade. Now what we're gonna do is just focus on straightening it out, cleaning up the bevels, making sure the blade is nice and flat before we go into the quench. So the oil has been preheated. I got it nice and warm. I used a sacrificial piece of steel to heat it up, dip it in there, quench it, get it to temperature. Now we're gonna take the knife and we're gonna heat treat it. So here you have it. Here's the knife that we forged from the coil spring. I got that coil spring off of a truck. Turned out really good. Now what we're gonna do is start cleaning it up. We're gonna grind up here onto the top, kind of grinding the tip a little bit better. We don't have to do any grinding on the profile of the blade. As you can tell, we hammered it really good. Really fine. We'll put a ricasso in here and a sharpening notch probably right about here. I'm gonna leave a lot of this just black and I'm just gonna put the edge on it because the big point of this knife is to just show you what you can do with just a hammer and a forge. And as you can tell, we've got that edge down. I mean, compared to the fingertip of my nail, that's pretty thin. So I think that forged out great. So what we're gonna do is get it cleaned up. I'm gonna use an angle grinder for this and maybe my bench grinder to put the final edge on it, but I'm gonna use an angle grinder for most of my work just to show you what you can do with an angle grinder. I'm not gonna use my 2x72. Really just clean it up with the angle grinder and make it look nice and pretty. Man, I really like that. So I'm a firm believer in kind of marking out what you're gonna do with a pen. I use a paint pen or you can use a Sharpie, whatever you choose to do, just so you can kind of have some guidelines to follow so you really can see what you're gonna do. So here you have it. I'll polish it up a little bit just because I want a little bit more polished look on it. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place it in the oven to temper it. I'm going to place it in the oven on 380 degrees and I'm going to let it temper for an hour. When we get it out of the oven, we'll let it cool off, and then I'm going to polish up this blade, make it look real nice, and then I'm going to tape it and figure out some sort of wrap that I can do on this handle that looks real good. Not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet, if I'm gonna do leather with some epoxy so that the leather holds in place, or if I'm gonna do paracord. Haven't quite made up my mind yet, but I really like this little knife. So here we have it out of the oven. I'm going to use my 2x36 multi-tool on my grinder to finish polishing this up. This is not a necessary step. That's why I did everything with the angle grinder and the hammer first, to show you we're right here. So angle grinder and a hammer, guys, and we're right here. It's nice done. So if you want to keep it this way, you can. I'm not going to. I want to polish that blade up, make it look really pretty. And then I'll put the cord wrapped handle on it. So there you have it. I went ahead and I found some tan colored paracord, and I'm just gonna wrap this portion of the handle in here. I'm not gonna do a complicated wrap, nothing crazy. I'll start up here, wrap, tuck it under, cinch it, cut it, and then burn it to where it's good and on there. But yeah, I think that that'll work perfectly for this. Got it nice and polished up. You can see my face. It's nice and sharp. So we're gonna paracord wrap this, and then this little one will be done. And that's a wrap. Literally, no pun intended. So the paracord wrap is on the handle. The blade is finished. Looks really nice. I like the way it turned out. Hope y'all turn out just as well. Let me see y'all's little junk forge knives. Post them in the comments below. I'd love to see them. If you have questions, please comment below. If y'all like this video, hit the subscribe button. I have more videos like it and more videos coming out like it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe out there. Take care.